Oversight Committee is scheduled to interview Jess Staley, who was a finance executive for J.P. Morgan Chase for 30 years and who managed wealthy clients, including the late sex offender. And the 2025 World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers will be welcomed to the White House today. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
One notable absence in the Dodgers, from the Dodgers, not attending the White House celebration today. You think Mookie is going, Freddie? You think Mookie's going? You bet he's not. Not because he suffers from TDS. At least he doesn't say that. He's got a baby. They got a new baby in the family, so Mookie Betts will not be there. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and we have AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. He's on standby. We're looking at a lot of moisture in the Gulf, crawling ever so slowly toward the coast. Do we get any of that tropical love? Any of that rain? So let's see what Jason has to say in about 4 minutes. So join us for that conversation. Governor Greg Abbott is expanding his investigation into birth tourism.
In addition to investigating hospitals accused of attracting cross-border patients, experts hoping the state will start looking into the shady world of commercial surrogacy. Andrew Brown with the Texas Public Policy Foundation says people from other countries use the agencies to hire a woman here to have their child, who then becomes a citizen.
The top country seeking surrogacy in the U.S., the parents are from China.
And right now, he says there are no agencies regulating the surrogacy industry. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
More workspace for Immigration Customs Enforcement, ICE, might be on the way to the RGV. Some government filings listing the Port Isabel Detention Center near Los Fresnos and an unnamed facility in Huntsville among the potential project expansion locations that could receive future construction and contracts to do some upgrades and, of course, more brick-and-mortar projects for ICE. A contractor for the nationwide program is expected to be named in late September. It's 7:05 on News Talk 710 KURV. Governor Greg Abbott and SpaceX might need to balance supply and demand when it comes to energy and water, and a massive new data center that Elon Musk is working on.
Rising energy costs and the strain on the Texas power grid led Governor Abbott to move on from branding Texas as the epicenter of AI development.
Any AI data center even thinking about coming here, they got to bring their own money, bring their own power, reuse their own water, and do it in a way that reduces the cost of electricity.
Now, SpaceX AI is said to be searching the state for a site for a new facility, reportedly in excess of 2 million square feet. University of Houston energy fellow Ed Hurst has been critical of data centers, driving up energy costs and weakening the grid. But in this case, he's actually supporting SpaceX.
Musk can bring his own power plants and not be a negative impact for ERCOT.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Some folks in economic development and industry watchers said that's been the plan all along. Elon Musk in any data center. Yeah, he'll be providing his own electricity. Said that for a long time. It's 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. U.S. measles cases are hitting the highest number recorded in more than 30 years. That according to Johns Hopkins University measles tracker. There have been 2,295 recorded measles cases so far this year. And that number has surpassed the 2025 total. It's 7:06 on News Talk 710 KURV. More business news for Texas. A Taiwanese computer chip maker is building a massive facility in Fort Worth that is going to provide the next generation of high-demand components in the AI revolution.
The Wistron company this week announced a first-of-its-kind plant in the Alliance area of North Fort Worth to build AI super chips for global leader NVIDIA. The company said it represents a $700 million investment to make the first Texas-built NVIDIA AI chip that they'll sell to cloud providers and data centers. Company officials say the factory's already created 500 jobs. 500 more will be hired by the end of the year. Wistron says the Fort Worth facility is part of a $500 $100 billion investment in global manufacturing to answer the soaring demand for next-generation AI components.
That's Bill McLean reporting. There are 42 national days that celebrate ice cream every year after all the different flavors. What was it that Baskin-Robbins would say? Like, what was it, 33 flavors or 31 flavors? Something like that, right? Well, there's 42 days that celebrate ice cream. Obviously, we've got more flavors than just the 30-some-odd flavors at Baskin-Robbins. Okay, so today is one of those days to celebrate ice cream.
Today celebrates the king of ice cream flavors, vanilla. It accounts for about 33% of all ice cream orders. Americans eat about 6 pounds of it every year. That's each. The International Dairy Foods Association says vanilla is the number one choice. So today, eat it plain, cover it in sprinkles, make a root beer float, even a la mode some pie. But whatever you do, if given the choice of chocolate fudge sauce, choose yes. I'm Bree Tennis.
Speaking of Baskin-Robbins, baseball nut, Freddie. Baseball nut. Cashews. What is it? I think it's blueberry jam, I think. Cashews. And of course, vanilla ice cream all mixed in. And we're on the topic of excessive calories. Taco Bell is in the news. And they have a huge promotion. After they got hit hard, like 20% decrease in business. I saw one report as a result of the cyclospora outbreak and the tummy aches and, the cleansing tacos that came. It was the lettuce, they said. The lettuce in some of these tacos. So they lost some business. Taco Bell, very aggressive now. Online, on their app, are selling $1 enchiritos. If you don't know what that is, I joke around when it comes to Taco Bell. I call it alleged Taco Bell. Those aren't really tacos, but it's good. It's good junk food. $1 enchilito, that's a good deal. I got suckered in yesterday. Oh, the heartburn. Yeah, I won't be doing that for a while. No lettuce. No lettuce in the enchilito, yeah. It's AccuWeather time, and we want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. Grow them right with Purina certified feed, balanced mineral nutrition for your herd at Martin Farm and Ranch, Edinburg on Monte Cristo. Say hi to Dougie if you stop by. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. Okay, we got a tropical update 2026. So all that rain in the Gulf, man, it's like crawling toward the coast. Do you think we get any of that love today?
I think we'll get a little bit. The chances will ramp up as the day goes on. But yeah, I think the opportunity's there that we may see a little bit of that rain today. There's certainly plenty sitting out in the Gulf on the radar for sure. So hopefully some of that will continue to make its way a little bit further southward and we'll get a little bit of that action. But again, chances are better for ranch land, but we do have that opportunity that some of that stuff will actually make its way in here later on.
Speaking of ranch land, were those echoes or was that like real rain just north of us earlier today? In fact, we saw some west of us, just moving away from Stark County. And north of us, it seems like between us and Corpus, there might be something. Are those echoes or is that real rain?
They fooled me yesterday at first with some of those extra things. I think that may just be a little bit of noise I'm pretty sure that's just some noise on the radar because honestly, the echoes are in the same spot they were yesterday morning when we looked at them.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be nothing yesterday morning. So
I
think some of that may just be noise on the radar. They might have it tuned up or something. I'm not real sure. But
sure. I was checking, of course, the round robin for me early in the morning. I'm checking the kids up in Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston. And, of course, they got rain in the forecast in Houston. But I don't see anything on radar for them. And all the stuff, all the rain, in fact,
it's right off the coast for us. Yeah.
Right. In any center that if you want to improvise a center for this thing, well south of Galveston. In fact, it seems like due east of Corpus. So I'm wondering if maybe all this energy somehow gets transferred to us or Corpus, like later in the day. What is your gut?
It did appear that the center had shifted slightly south yesterday during the day, like a new circulation had started a little bit off to the south yesterday, but it's like I said, it could bring us some action as we head through a little bit later on, and chances do ramp up as the day progresses. So we'll have to keep an eye on it still. It's all right. It's just been kind of one of those weird storms.
Well, it looks like it's some of the rain looks to be just offshore in the Gulf from South Padre. And
yeah, it appears to be tracking this direction too. So
Okay. We do have a scheduled launch for Starship 13 later in the day. I'm wondering if weather's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I don't
with
think
all
that's
that rain
happen
in the
tonight.
area.
Between the wind and the rain, I don't know that would likely happen. But
okay,
so I guess there's still an opportunity. You never really know. But
well,
I'm certainly not a rocket engineer, so
yeah. But you're much better in math than we are. That's why you're doing the weather stuff, getting paid the big bucks, and Freddie and I are over here pushing buttons like monkeys. That's all we're doing. I know I got to let you go, pal. Thanks.
All right, see you in a little bit.
We'll talk again, Lord willing, next hour and get an update. Yeah, the tropical blob. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. It seems to be moving more in this direction, and if it does, well, I guess we'll get a little bit more rain. Just offshore the first bands of this. So watch it on that Brownsville radar. Go to AccuWeather.com. We got a weather section linking back to Brownsville radar at KURV.com as well. The time is 7:13 on the Valley's Morning News, your station for AccuWeather. And a very big thank you to all the folks who help us with the tropical coverage updates. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. We've made some good friends through the years, and they visited here at the studio. Also, Denny Vela and company over at Lee's Pharmacy. We do have a heat alert for the area. It's 100 degrees plus the forecast for today, but you never know. The way this amorphous tropical blob seems to be moving more in this direction, maybe it'll give us some more cloud cover, but we got a heat alert for the area. Thank you to Lee's Pharmacy. Juan Vega, what's up, brother? Vega Roofing, and Mayor Omar Ochoa Law Firm, among the many folks who help us to keep this information and keep it coming. Again, conversation on this coming up next hour. And stay tuned to KURV. We'll try to give you updates in case it becomes interesting on the rain side. Coming up in about 2-3 minutes, at about 7:16, a conversation with the Director of Economic Development at Edinburg. I lovingly refer to him as Rowdy. Raudel Garza is the Chief of Economic Development. Conversation with him, again, he's promoting today's Tools and Talent Skills Trades Job Fair that happens at 9 o'clock this morning at the Edinburg Activity Center. If you are, let's say, you're good at being a mechanic, you're a driver, you got your CDL, HVAC skills, electrical, plumbing, construction, you're into that skills trades, there are employers willing to hire like on the spot today, starting at 9 a.m. at the Edinburg Activity Center. Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair this morning, and Lord willing, we'll be there at 9 o'clock this morning with Rowdy Raudel Garza from Economic Development. Conversation coming up next on the Valley's Morning News, and I hope you stick around. You know, Soho, the software producer, Indian company, Soho, that moved from McAllen to Edinburg, there at the old Echo Hotel. They have a huge chunk of land, like acres and acres and acres. They purchased huge chunk of land. Some people thought, hey, that's a data center coming to Edinburg. No, it's not. Raudel Garza, he tells us what that will likely be in the very near future. That's next on 710 KURV, the Valley's Morning News for a Thursday.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Experience everything Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburg has to offer. Service, selection, and quality. Indulge yourself in bold design and set the standard with comfort and performance in a new 2026 Cadillac CT5. Lease one now for just $699. That's right, just $699 per month. More style, more innovation, more you. Make your move. Set yourself apart and discover a new standard of luxury ownership. Visit us online at birdogdencadillac.com or come in today to Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburg, where legends are made. Dale gas.
When it comes to livestock fencing, the folks at Martin Farm and Ranch believe that if you do it right, then you only do it once. Which means by utilizing high-quality materials like Stay Tough fence products and Martin's expertise in fence building, you'll get exactly what you need to keep them in or keep them out. High-tensile wire like Stay Tough allows you to build your fence using less materials and labor. So for your next fence project,
come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburg. Just look for the horse.
The Thursday Sergio Show on the road at the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair at the Edinburg Activity Center, 9 in the morning. You got the talent, they got the jobs. HVAC, welding, manufacturing, construction, mechanics, drivers, and more. Presented by Edinburg Economic Development. The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us at 9 o'clock this morning. We should be broadcasting with Raudel Garza and all the gang at Workforce. It is their Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair for mechanics, anybody in construction, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, all those skills. Employers on the spot. 9 a.m. The Sergio Show on 710 KURV from the Edinburg Activity Center and the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair. Economic update from our county seat. That would be our city of Edinburg. And I say howdy to my friend Rowdy Raudel Garza. He's the Economic Development Chief for our city of Edinburg. Rowdy, can we start with high tech in this conversation? We got Soho there at the old Echo Hotel. They're going to retrofit that for their facility. Right. Let's talk about high tech. There is so much news on high tech coming to Texas. Chip manufacturers, North Texas, Houston, other places like that, data centers left and right, and there's always a rumor about data centers in the area. What can you tell us about the Valley perhaps intelligently hosting, cashing in on some of this data center craze that is taking place in Texas with so many here and more coming will lead the nation on the issue of data center. Your thoughts on this, because I know the legislature is going to address some of the concerns next year.
Well, sure. I can tell you a quick update on Zoho and the Echo Hotel. A lot of people talked about what's going on there and everything like that. But Zoho is using the Echo Hotel as not just a training facility, but also kind of a customer support service center. So they've got about 80 people working in McAllen right now that are going to transfer into the Zoho facility, which is now the former Echo Hotel. Yeah. Right on Klausner and off of Freddy Gonzalez. That facility is about 44,000 square feet. It should be ready sometime this fall, probably in September. So they're really, really close to getting done on that. And then, so like I said, sometime this fall, transfer some of those people and then hire some more people, because that's what they really want to do, is hire people with high-tech skills that can support people who are looking at the software, people who are answering the chats and the chat boxes and all that kind of stuff that's going on behind the scenes whenever you're working on your software program in your computer. Aside from that facility, they have bought, and people have talked about 1,000 acres, or about 1,100 acres north of Edinburg, north of the airport, near the Los Venados area. That facility, that land in on the north side of town is supposed to be for manufacturing. So Zoho does a lot more than just their platforms for software. They are into robotics and they are into electric vehicles, and so a lot of those are related to the agricultural industry. So the robotics and the electric vehicles are going to be some components are going to be manufactured in a new facility that will be built there on those 1,000 acres. I know some people talked about, that's going to be a data center. Not from what we've heard. That's not what's happening up there. They want to do manufacturing for electric vehicles that they use off-road mostly for agricultural purposes. And they want to use it also for robotics. Really interesting advanced manufacturing stuff that's happening as we speak, that will be happening over the years to come. And so with that, we're working on trying to attract some other companies that do a lot of that type of advanced manufacturing as well. We do have some land still available at North Industrial Park, and then we've got 600 acres or so available at the Edinburg Airport as well. And then there's so much other land that private owners have that we are constantly promoting. So Edinburgh is a good place to grow, obviously, and there's so many things that we're working on that are not data center, natural resource suckers, if you will. And so we're doing the smart growth that we can.
Has your recruitment focus shifted with, as you mentioned, of course, Soho and the advanced manufacturing, maybe some of this farm vehicles, implement equipment, and some of the other manufacturing that they have plans there at the 1,000 acres. Has your focus shifted now with all this news of computer chips and everything else that's coming to the valley, shipyard development at Brownsville with these massive headlines? Has your recruitment effort changed in trying to lure companies that complement Soho, complement the port, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, we continue to work with companies that are in electronics, that are companies that are automotive parts manufacturing. Now we're going to look at some of that components for shipbuilding, obviously, metal and metal manufacturing, metal works, those kind of companies were always in our target. They were more focused with automotive and aerospace manufacturing in the valley. Obviously, we had rockets being built not just in Brownsville, but also in the past in Harlingen. Yeah. And so a lot of those workers are still in the area, and those workers can definitely be an asset to another company that comes in that is in that business. So aerospace is still a target. Automotive parts manufacturing, electronics are still targets. We just have more customers, if you will, for those companies that supply those type of products. And we certainly have a labor force. We have a great educational system that continues to produce some very good talent, and we need to try to keep that talent here.
Yeah. Del Garza is the chief at economic development for our city of Edinburg, and right next door with McAllen. And their big industrial park announcement, almost 50 acres there, and money that they receive for infrastructure to get running as quickly as possible, millions of dollars to get up and running. Your North Industrial Park, Gilbert Salinas in Brownsville with his tech park as well. I get the feeling that we're getting ready to land a lot of either smaller or some larger, medium-sized complements to the huge industry in aerospace and ship manufacturing and energy and everything else, high-tech, like Vallejo and McAllen with their high-tech components and electronics and software for cars. I'm getting the feeling that we're opening up all these landing pads to land those planes here pretty soon. I suspect there's a lot of synergy, a lot of work you're doing with your competitors in economic development in other cities.
Yeah, there is. I mean, we always keep touch with each other, and we're working definitely to bridge that unemployment gap that we have. Overall, this region is probably 2 to 3 percentage points above the state and the national average. So we still have plenty of people who are looking for work, people who are looking for better jobs, and so we want to try to do as much as we can to attract those kind of industries that are going to pay those higher wages, and they're going to give people a better quality of life. So we do focus on some quality of life projects as well, but the main thing is to work on those better jobs, because once people are getting paid more, then they have a tendency to spend more in the local economy as well, and they support those local businesses.
As the world is arriving and spending billions of dollars now in the Rio Grande Valley from all this industry,
absolutely.
Do you have any concerns? What is like, we see the low-hanging fruit, but there are, we need a bigger basket to collect all that. Is it on the education side? Is it on the resource, water, energy side? Is it on the legislation side? What's the need right now? What's the most pressing need for us to pin down to make sure that we're able to absorb all this industry and jobs?
Well, I think on the education side, whether it's TSCC, STC, UTRGV, or some of those private education providers, they're all on top of what's going on. They have been part of the process and communications with everybody in terms of making sure that there's programs that are out there. Workforce Solutions is working throughout the valley to make sure that they can upgrade a lot of those skills for some of these employees. We're participating in some of those matching grant programs that are out there. So on the education side, I think we've got the train on the right track. On resources, obviously, we have limited supply of resources. We love when we see big rainfall coming upstream, and then that flowing down into the reservoirs. You talked about that the other day. But I mean, we need to be careful with that. And so we all need to grow smarter. And that requires us to make sure that we're doing our planning. So, in Edinburg, we're working on a additional wastewater treatment plant, an additional water treatment plant. And we're also working on another water source. And so, there's water underneath the ground that can be tapped into. So we're looking at those kind of things and then how to fund those kind of projects as well.
Ravel Garza, the Chief of Economic Development Efforts for our city of Edinburg. We're getting a status report. Give me some of the nerd numbers. I mean, all these guys in business, they love to hear construction sales numbers and neighborhoods going up. What we got?
Well, right now, in terms of sales tax revenues, we've got, year over year, we're at about 6% increase over last year. So we've been doing really, really well with that. In construction, year to date through May of 2026, we had well over $100 million in construction permits that were issued here in Edinburg. That's a lot of commercial development. That's a lot of new multifamily and single family homes. Obviously, here in Edinburg, we have a lot of room to grow. A total, I think, of 1,800 building inspections in the last month. So yeah, there's a lot happening in terms of that. We also like to brag a little bit about some of our retailers. I know that some people know about Ulta. Ulta Beauty is #1 in Texas. Taco Palenque, the one right there off the expressway and Trenton, is the #1 store in Texas out of 41. Starbucks is the #2 in Texas, number 31 in the country. Ross and IHOP are the top 5. Dave's Hot Chicken is top 5. Walmart on the expressway is also the top 5 in the state. So, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff happening, and our people are really spending their dollars locally, and it's showing. So we're excited about those kind of numbers. We can get into all those kind of details later. But so one of the other things we've got is, of course, we talked about the job unemployment numbers, and, we're a few percentage points above the state and national averages, but we're really doing pretty well here in Edinburg and in the region. But there's still a gap in terms of employers are looking for workers, and we've got a lot of employees or future employees out there. And so what we're doing today is a Tools and Talent Job Fair. That's from 9 to 12 at the Edinburg Activity Center. That's located at 123 Mark Pena Drive. That's right by the Echo Hotel, right by the police department, right by the Richard Flores Stadium. So come on down. There's over 45 employers already, representing construction, manufacturing, transportation, the public sector, over 1,500 job openings from those 45 employers. And so, we're looking for welders, we're looking for heavy equipment operators, for mechanics, electricians, and even technicians. And we even have programs, SDC will be there, and some of the other educational institutions will be there. We have programs to train these folks, and we're going to talk about those there at the Tools and Talent Job Fair. So please, if you're looking to upgrade your position, come out. And if you're looking for a new career, come out and explore. But there's a high demand for more workers, and obviously we need to fill that.
10-4. Again, for calendar purposes, today, July 23rd, Thursday, July 23rd, 9 a.m. to noon at the Edinburg Activity Center, right there, real close to the Echo Hotel, 9 to noon. Big job fair, tools and even get information on how to upskill and get better jobs, as all these jobs are coming to the area. Anything else before I let you go?
At North Industrial Park, we have a couple of projects under construction. Bagley Produce is building a new 50,000 square foot warehouse. Their business is growing, so Nicho Produce is going to be building out there again, an expansion. So a lot of our local guys are continuing to expand, and we've still got 40 acres that we can develop out there that we can sell, ready to be built. There's some additional land, about another 75 acres adjacent to that. So plenty of room for everybody who's looking to grow. And those locations are right off the expressway, and we're excited about them.
Great to hear, my brother. Thank you for the update and continued success, Rowdy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rodel Garza, he's the Director of Economic Development for our city of Edinburg. Be well. Note for KURV, the plan is to be on the road 9 o'clock hour with Rowdy, the gang from Workforce and Edinburgh Economic Development. It's the Edinburgh Activity Center, 9 o'clock this morning. If you have skills, it is the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair, 9 o'clock this morning at the Edinburgh Activity Center. Hope to see you there. You're an expert in HVAC and you know how to build a building, and you get plumbing and electrical and all those skills, mechanical as well. Yeah, there might be a job waiting for you today at the Edinburgh Activity Center starting at 9 a.m. News Talk 710 KURV is your station in the Valley for Astros baseball. They did good. They got swept a few days ago. Well, they just swept another team. They took the brooms out. That's next on 710 KURV and a check of sports.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business one penny at a time.
Quick question for you. If you own some buildings in the area or you manage properties, is your commercial site, your commercial building, is it ready to hold and repel, let's say, a gully washer, very heavy rain? Is it ready? If your answer is no, or even worse, if your answer is, I don't know, well, you could know if you call Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Hey, look at that. It's in the name. Precisely what you need. Waterproofing your commercial building. And they will do it for free. This is how they meet folks. I strongly encourage you to call absolutely the top team in commercial roofing in all this area. It's Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, almost 130 years of experience, and they offer all these expanded services, cutting-edge roof installation, repair, maintenance technology, but for free. Gratis, no expense to you. You could get that peace of mind knowing that everything's okay up at that commercial building, that roof of yours, that commercial roof that you have, because you have the experts at Chamberlain check it out for you. Again, for free. That's an amazing deal. The top team in the area. They cross-train on all the systems. It's a culture of excellence and safety. Call them today, make that appointment, and get your commercial roofing system checked out. And that way you can act on it and prevent water coming in and destroying your business. 956-655-6178.
Looking for a career in the skilled trades? Then don't miss the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair. Join Workforce Solutions and the Edinburgh Economic Development Corporation Thursday, July 23rd from 9 a.m. until noon at the Edinburgh Activity Center at 123 Mark S. Peña Drive in Edinburgh. Meet employers hiring in welding, HVAC, manufacturing, construction, mechanics, and more. Take the next step towards your future at the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair, July 23rd at the Edinburgh Activity Center. Workforce Solutions is an equal opportunity employer.
Here you go, Dad.
At LSNB, we build strong foundations on values that matter.
And business practices you can rely on.
Investing in education.
Volunteering in the communities we serve.
And fueling our region's economy.
For over 40 years.
Our mission has been supporting area businesses.
We are LSNB.
Donating more money to more causes than all other area banks combined.
Here, in a place we call home.
We are LSNB.
The Valley's Bank.
We're the Rio Grande Valley's home for Houston Astros baseball. We're News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros beat the Miami Marlins last night Final score, 5-2. Nick Allen got the scoring started in the bottom of the second inning with an RBI single. In the third, Jeremy Pena added another run with a solo blast. The Marlins would tie it with 2 runs in the fourth inning. However, the Astros would hit back-to-back home runs in the 8th to go up 3 and put the game out of reach for Miami.
There goes Pena, the 1-1, and Alvarez smashes it deep to left center field, racing back on it and looking up. Hernandez, see you later!
Call courtesy of Robert Ford and the Astros Radio Network. With a win, Houston sweeps the series against Miami. The Astros will have the day off today, and they'll be back in action tomorrow night to open up a road series against the Chicago White Sox. The Texas Rangers lost a tight game to the Chicago White Sox last night. Final score, 4-2. The White Sox got on the board first, courtesy of an RBI single from Chase Mydroth in the top of the second inning. In the bottom of the frame, Cam Cauley hit his first career home run to tie the game at 1. The White Sox scored 2 runs in the fourth inning, which was too much for Texas to overcome. The Rangers will have the day off today, and they'll be back in action tomorrow night to begin a home series against the Seattle Mariners. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Adam C.
AccuWeather says triple-digit forecast. Yeah, we're 101. We might see that Mid-Valley, Western Valley. That is a 710 KURV heat alert. And stay hydrated and check on family members that might be vulnerable to all this heat. 101, 102 today. Same thing for tomorrow. There is a chance of a thunderstorm in the forecast. We do have just offshore, just off South Padre Island and Starbase. We got a little bit of thunder shower activity. These are the outer bands of that tropical something, what's left over of Bertha. It seems that system shifted a bit further south. Let's see how it holds. See if it brings any rain to the area. It might go poof before it hits the valley. Your station for AccuWeather, Newstalk 710 KURV, the Border Bridge wait times. It's busy in Cameron County, driving back from Matamoros to Brownsville. 45 minutes at B&M, 1 hour at Gateway, and about 30 minutes at Veterans. Business news, check of your money. That's next on 710 KURV. We're also broadcasting at Radio Para Mi. You can join us at Facebook Live, X Live, and YouTube Live as well. Happy Thursday. You got plans for your property? Make those plans a reality by visiting with JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment. It's Kubota that you need. The Kubota compact tractors, those reliable tractors, the utility vehicles, those spinning zero-turn mowers from Kubota. The dependable equipment, the rugged equipment from Kubota waiting for you at Amigo Power Equipment. Visit with JP and Jeff today. Now, everything I'm going to mention here, you can get more information at KubotaUSA.com. KubotaUSA.com. The following financing and the specials, the savings, are available now through September 30th at Amigo Power Equipment. You can stop by and visit with JP and Jeff and then drive away with a Kubota LO2 Series tractor for 0% financing if you qualify, or you could save up to $4,000. The Kubota equipment you need for your land, and for example, the Kubota LO2 Series tractor, 0% financing if you qualify. Save up to $4,000 today. For Kubota, it's Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburg on Monte Cristo.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology. Visit today and choose from a great selection like a 2026 Genesis G70. Lease one today for $499 a month for 24 months. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com. Genesis of Harlingen, a Bert Ogden Auto Group dealership.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Looking for a career in the skilled trades? Then don't miss the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair. Join Workforce Solutions and the Edinburg Economic Development Corporation Thursday, July 23rd from 9 a.m. till noon at the Edinburg Activity Center at 123 Mark S. Peña Drive in Edinburg. Meet employers hiring in welding, HVAC, manufacturing, construction, mechanics, and more. Take the next step towards your future at the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair, July 23rd at the Edinburg Activity Center. Workforce Solutions is an equal opportunity employer.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Shares of Alphabet and Tesla have fallen this morning after both firms signaled massive spending increases in their quarterly earnings reports, unnerving investors worried about the mounting costs of the artificial intelligence boom. Alphabet shares were around 4% lower, while Tesla's stock fell over 5.7%. And more from the EV maker. Than expected earnings for the quarter, but beat on revenue. The company's stock price is down 17% this year, while the NASDAQ is up. Earlier this month, Tesla reported a 25% increase in year-over-year auto deliveries for the second quarter, following consecutive annual declines. Nestle said it expects to raise around $3.4 billion from a joint venture with investment firm Platinum Equity for its water and premium beverages business. A long-awaited deal it has been courting since 2024. The company also posted slightly better than expected second quarter organic sales growth as prices and sales volumes increased. Futures are moderately lower as oil prices rise. That's Your Money Now.
AccuWeather says there might be rain in the forecast, and a look at Brownsville radar. Yeah, it might be at South Padre very soon, and also Starbase. It's the remnants of that tropical something Bertha. And it's not even in Houston. It's in the forecast for Houston. I think this sucker moves south. Either way, join us for a conversation with AccuWeather coming up here on KURV. If we need to do more conversations, we'll break into programming later in the day. So rain in the forecast, and let's see how much we can get. And might be closer to the coast. And then highs today should be around 101, 102. That is a heat alert for the area. The latest from Fox News coming up in about 2 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. Heads up if you're in the home selling, home buying business and industry. Let's say that you are already an agent. You got your license, you got your paperwork. You're an agent, but you're looking to grow. My friend Brian Reed from the super successful, very aggressive and successful top real estate company, the Ryan and Brian team. My friend Brian Reed would like to hear from you if you're already an agent. But more importantly, if you wish to be discipled in the area of real estate, in the career, in the industry of real estate, Brian Reed can show you the ropes. He can be your teacher. Call Brian Reed. I'm going to give you his personal number. Let's say you're successful in whatever it is that you do. You're just looking for something new, and you'd like to do real estate, make some connections, and make some money. With the way the economy is going down here, amigo, I think that's a really smart decision. I mean, can you, with the tens of thousands of jobs here and tens of thousands of jobs that are on the way, the demand for homes is going to be crazy. Yeah, real estate, I think, is a really good choice. So learn from the best. Brian Reed. He's willing to teach you, to show you the ropes. Contact Brian Reed if you're an agent already and you want to grow your business, or you just want to learn it from the beginning, from square one. Brian Reed is at 956-307-4544. As I've told you before, do the rewind on Radio Para Mi or YouTube Live or Facebook Live. Do the rewind, 956-307-4544. You can also visit the website ryanandbrian.com and click on the career tab.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on severe recurring headaches.
Headaches are very common and have many different causes. They range from being a nuisance to severely incapacitating, where the headaches are interfering with family, work, and enjoying life. If your headaches have become severe and occur 15 days or more a month, a new FDA treatment I have may help you. Botulinum toxin, or Botox, is now FDA approved for the treatment of migraine headaches. Botox is applied to specific target areas that have been mapped after years of research to be triggers of migraine headaches. This treatment is safe, office-based, and is covered by most insurances, including Medicare. Botox not only makes you look better, but now, in my office, in under 15 minutes, Botox can make you feel better. Patients are amazed by the pain relief. They wonder why they waited so long to be feeling better at last.
Learn more about feeling better at last by signing on to feelingbetteratLast.com or call Dr. Slavin 973-0565.
Looking for a career in the skilled trades? Then don't miss the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair. Join Workforce Solutions and the Edinburg Economic Development Corporation Thursday, July 23rd from 9 a.m. till noon at the Edinburg Activity Center at 123 Mark S. Peña Drive in Edinburg. Meet employers hiring in welding, HVAC, manufacturing, construction, mechanics, and more. Take the next step towards your future at the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair, July 23rd at the Edinburgh Activity Center. Workforce Solutions is an equal opportunity employer.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 and Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
News and information to start your day.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Thursday morning. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. I'm Sergio Sanchez along with show producer Fred Cruz, Jason Caterina from AccuWeather. Might be busy this morning. It looks like that tropical something. There's no rain in Southeast Texas right now. There's nothing in Houston, but we might see more rain closer to Corpus, maybe even the valleys just offshore. Crawling this way. Highs today should be triple digits. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-COURT-CRASH.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Iran says it will keep attacking targets in the Middle East as long as it remains under attack. An army spokesperson made the televised comments as the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen have started attacking Saudi Arabian shipping in the Red Sea. President Trump has vowed to attack civilian infrastructure in Iran every time a ship in the critical Strait of Hormuz is attacked. Tropical storm Bertha is eyeing Texas. The National Hurricane Center says Bertha is now about 95 miles southeast of Lake Charles, Louisiana, and moving toward East Texas with sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. And the adopted hometown of Ozzy Osbourne celebrated the rock legend on the anniversary of his death. Osbourne passed away on July 22nd of last year. So on Wednesday, Birmingham, England paid tribute to the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer by celebrating Ozzy Day. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Government filings showing that the Port Isabel Detention Center for ICE at Los Fresnos and an unnamed facility at Huntsville, Texas, would be a couple of facilities that would see federal funding to expand construction projects for improvements or expansion are in the works. The contractor is expected to be announced in September. And Governor Greg Abbott and SpaceX would likely need to negotiate balance, supply and demand for energy and water as SpaceX, Elon Musk, is eyeing a huge data center project.
Rising energy costs and the strain on the Texas power grid led Governor Abbott to move on from branding Texas as the epicenter of AI development.
Any AI data center even thinking about coming here, they got to bring their own money, bring their own power, reuse their own water, and do it in a way that reduces the cost of electricity.
Now, SpaceX AI is said to be searching the state for a site for a new facility reportedly in excess of $2 million million square feet. University of Houston energy fellow Ed Hurst has been critical of data centers, driving up energy costs and weakening the grid. But in this case, he's actually supporting SpaceX.
Musk can bring his own power plants and not be a negative impact for ERCOT.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
You got the skills. You got many employers who have the jobs. Hope to see you at 9 o'clock this morning for the Tools and Talent Skilled Trades Job Fair presented by Workforce and good folks at Edinburgh Economic Development at the Edinburg Activity Center starting at 9 o'clock, 710 KURV on location.
Get ready for a wild adventure with 710 KURV and IPH Home Healthcare. Join us Saturday, August 1st from 9 a.m. till noon at the Back to School Bash 2026 at La Plaza Mall. The first 400 kids score a free backpack. Plus, enjoy games, music, face painting, fun characters, and register to win a South Padre Island getaway, a family beach water park package, tablets, gift cards, and more. Don't miss the Back to School Bash 2026, presented by Idea Public Schools.
Imagine how refreshing it would be to go in the house after you're literally burning up outside. You go inside and you take a tall glass and you fill it up there at the fridge. It's filling your glass with ice cold, purified, truly healthy, truly purified water. Call Culligan today and enjoy that experience all the time. Culligan can provide for you, your family, your business, one of those water purification systems like the ones Deli and I have at the house, only $35 a month. And also the peace of mind that when you're downing all that wonderful tasting, satiating, healthy water, yeah, you don't have to worry about microplastics. Mm-hmm. You know, when you have a plastic bottle full of water, yeah, those microplastics always leach into that water, especially in the heat. So be done with that. Call Culligan, get your own system, only $35 a month at 956-399-1780.
They say that actions speak louder than words. So we'll let the all-new state-of-the-art BMW of FAR show you what that means. Choose from an incredible selection of new BMWs and get exceptional service today. Right now, during the BMW Ultimate Sales Event, you can lease a 2026 BMW X3 30X Drive, just $569 a month, with $52.99 due at signing. Come see why BMW has always been known as the ultimate driving machine. Visit the corner of Expressway 281 and Owasso in FAR. Come find your new BMW today at BMW of FAR, a Bert Ogden Auto Group dealership.
Attention all you news junkies. You're tuned to 710 KURV and KURV.com.